credit. You've probably heard the word thrown around when people talk about money, loans, or even buying a car. But what exactly is credit and how does it really work? Credit is basically trust. It's the trust that a bank, a lender, or even a store has that you'll pay back the money you borrow. Instead of paying everything up front, credit allows you to borrow now and pay later. This could be through a credit card, a loan, or even financing a purchase. Think of it like someone handing you a rope. You can climb up with it, or you can tangle yourself in knots. To keep track of how reliable you are at paying money back, there's something called a credit score. Think of it like a report card for your financial life. The higher the score, the more responsible you look to lenders. Scores usually range from 300 to 850, and the higher your number, the better deals you can get. A good score might get you a lower interest rate on a car loan or a mortgage, while a poor score could mean you end up paying thousands more over time just in interest. So, what actually goes into building that score? There are 5 main ingredients. The first is payment history. Do you pay your bills on time? This is the single most important factor. Even one missed payment can leave a mark that takes months or years to recover from. The second is credit utilization. Basically, how much of your available credit you're using. For example, if you have a card with a $1,000 limit and you've borrowed $900, lenders might see that as risky. A general rule of thumb is to stay below 30% of your limit. The third factor is the length of your credit history. If you've had a credit card open for 10 years, that's a lot more impressive to lenders than someone who just opened their first account last month. The fourth is the types of credit you have. Having a mix, like a credit card, an auto loan, and maybe a student loan, shows that you can handle different responsibilities. And finally, the fifth factor is new credit inquiries. Every time you apply for credit, it gets recorded, and too many applications in a short period of time can make lenders nervous. Now, let's talk about why credit matters so much. Imagine 2 people want to buy the same car. One has excellent credit, the other has poor credit. The person with good credit might get approved for a loan at 3% interest, while the person with bad credit might only qualify at 12%. Over the course of that loan, the difference could add up to thousands of dollars, even though they bought the exact same car. That's the power of credit. It doesn't just determine whether you can borrow, it affects how much that borrowing will actually cost you. But credit isn't only about loans. Good credit can also help you rent an apartment, set up utilities without a huge deposit, and in some cases, even get a job. On the other hand, poor credit can close those same doors. It's like carrying a reputation around with you wherever you go. So, how do you use credit wisely? The key is to treat it as a tool, not as free money. Borrow only what you can pay back, and always make your payments on time. A smart way to build credit is to start with a low-limit credit card. Use it for small purchases like gas or groceries, and then pay it off in full every month. That way, you're showing consistent, responsible use without falling into debt. But here's the flip side. Credit can also become a trap if you're not careful. High interest rates on credit cards can turn a small balance into a mountain of debt. For example, if you charge $500 on a card and only make minimum payments, that small debt could take years to pay off and cost you hundreds in interest. That's why discipline is so important. So, at the end of the day, credit isn't just about borrowing money. It's about building trust, managing responsibility, and creating opportunities for your future. Used wisely, credit can help you buy your dream home, start a business, or even just save money on everyday purchases. Used poorly, it can hold you back and cost you a fortune. The choice is yours. Use credit as a tool to build the life you want, not as a trap that keeps you stuck. Thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more, and drop a comment if this video was informative.